All right, today I'm going to show you how to hand wash dishes in 5 minutes or less. So I have a sink full of dirty dishes. I actually have more dishes than this. I actually have this big bowl right here. It needs to be washed. So how to wash these in 5 minutes or less. Let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to have, I have baking soda, which I'm going to use to actually scrub a little bit. And also I have Dawn dish detergent, which I have inside of this mason jar right here. I'm going to be using it. The first thing you want to do is you want to empty out the sink and clean it out to a degree. So what I tend to do is I take the largest bowl or pot, identified it as this bowl as the largest thing, and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to rinse the dishes to get any excess food or crud off of that. See, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Excess crud, and I'm going to sit this to the side, pour out all of the liquids into the sink, and excuse me, separate the bowls and everything. Get them out of the sink. Clear out the sink first because you want to get all of the excess heavy type of food out of the way. Make sure you put your sharps in a way that you don't hurt yourself. And so I have this, and now I'm going to go ahead and drain the disposal. All right, do not do this right here. I'm a risk taker right here, so do not put anything down at the disposal. I'm familiar with this, so I know how to do it. So I drained all of this, right? Make sure everything gets down there. And then rinse out the sink a little bit. And then if you need to, go ahead and get a little soap. And then just go around the sink like this. And make sure that you rinse out. Use the Skrilla side if you need to. And then rinse out the sponge that you're using, or get a new sponge, okay, if you want to. All right, so do that, and then I go ahead and rinse the sink as well. You don't need to do a heavily rinse, but just a rinse to get rid of a lot of things. So rinse out the sink, and then now I'm going to make sure I have hot water going. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this bowl up with water. Okay, so I'm going to turn the disposal off, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put a few squirts of Dawn dish detergent into the bowl, and then I'm going to get hot water going right here, and then I'm going to actually put a smaller bowl in here. I use this as my mini sink, and I'm going to put the utensils, if I have utensils in here, and I'm doing this because it allows them to soak, okay? And so if I have glasses, I'm going to go ahead and take glasses, and I'll put these to the side a little bit. Maybe fill them up with water, get some water. And this right here is actually breaking down the solids that are in here. So I'll fill this with water. If I have a pot, I'd fill this with water too, because it allows the soaking process to begin a lot sooner. So I fill this with water in smaller bowls. Put this to the side. And anything that you want to be soaking while you're washing other dishes, go ahead and put them inside of the larger bowl. So I have this filled with water. I'm going to set this to the side. And then meanwhile, I'm going to go in with my clean sponge now, and I'm going to find the dishes that need to be washed. And go ahead and put this right here. Move this out of the way. And so what I'm doing here is I'm scrubbing the dishes with the Brillo side, or the scrubby side of the sponge, and make sure that your dishes are able to have this type of abrasion on it. Most dishes should be fine. And I'm just taking this and I'm going on the spoon, going on the fork. Now if I have crud on it, you could use the Brillo side. If not, you could use the spongy side. Spongy side, just go ahead and do it for all of these. And you get down to the fork. So I have this right there. So I have that to the side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clean one of the bowls. And I'll show you why I'm doing this. So clean out one of the bowls. I'm going to set the utensils in here, okay? And they have suds on them, and I'm letting them soak. And it's doing it for a reason, because if there's any other crud that is left on there that was kind of difficult to get off with a sponge, it'll come off easier with the rinse. So I'm just like letting them sit right there for a second. And I'm coming around here and cleaning all of the dishes right here. And getting the inside of this cap right here. And getting inside of the cup, go from the inside. Make sure you get around the rim of the cup, the top of the cup. And sometimes I might have to go ahead and invest into a sponge, because some of these glasses right here that I have are difficult to get at the bottom, and I want to be able to wash them thoroughly. Get around the mouth part of it. Now, you see how I kept the knife up here. Now, I did it for a reason, because I don't want to hurt myself. So I do wash the knife like this. Be careful with knives. They can cut you if you handle them improperly. All right, so I have this right here. This is a colander. See where I set the knife at, down face separate from the other utensils. And I did that for a reason, because I don't want to mistakenly pick up that knife and hurt myself. So I'm cleaning the colander, got the inside, and then this pot of water. Make sure you pour gently so you don't contaminate the rest of the dishes. Then I'm just going to go ahead and take this, and I'm taking this right here, and I'm taking the Brillo side and scrubbing it. Now, if you have some food debris on there, you could use a little bit of baking soda. And then what I do is I just take the baking soda and just go all around like this, and it helps get up some of that loose or the stuck on debris on the pots. Remember to get the handle, get the outsides, bottom, and then you have something very odd shaped like a straw. Now get the outsides, and then use a straw sponge or cleaner. Just take it, dip it in the water, then do this action right here, both ends to clean it out. Just like that. And then it's time to rinse. Now what I do is, when it comes to rinsing, I go ahead, rinse off my sponge, like that. And then I go ahead and pour out the soapy water. But I keep the bowl here, and I keep the pot here. Go ahead and pour that out. And I just set this right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the bowl with the utensils right in the middle. And the reason why I'm doing this is to save water, because as I am rinsing the utensils, the water, clean water, is also cleaner water, is actually getting on the other dishes, giving it a first wash into rinsing off some of the soap that is on there. See how clean these are right here? They're getting. I'm going to put that up there. Then I have this bowl right here. I'm going to go ahead and put these other things right here. The bowl right there, the cup. And then I'm just going to go ahead and rinse this. And you can see the cleaner water is actually going in. This water isn't all the way clean yet, but it's cleaner than it was before I rinsed that bowl. Go ahead and take the cup, take the knife. You see how I'm rinsing the knife. Filling the cup up, letting the excess water drip on to these dishes that need to be rinsed. See how I fill this cup up? It has water right here. It's a little bit, just take it. I have a cup right here. I also have this colander. Go ahead and put the colander in there. Clean this cup. And then I have this bowl, or this colander. Put that aside. the plates, and I usually leave the cups or the bowls and the pots last for rinsing because they need a little bit more rinsing action. Have this cap, another bowl in here. By the time I get to this bowl, it's pretty much rinsed, and I just have to do it a once over. Pot. And I'm just going to go ahead and rinse this right here. Now this is how you wash the dishes. If you need to sanitize your dishes, that's a different a Perhaps you'll use a disinfectant when washing, such as some people use bleach, but do not use bleach with dish soap because it can cause some reactions, chemical reaction that may not be good for you. So be sure to read the label of whatever solution you're using to clean, because you don't want to mix in bad solution or make a toxic solution where it makes it bad to breathe. And be careful when you're washing your dishes, because you don't want to cut yourself on any knives, forks, or anything like that. So go ahead and wash dishes at your own risk, but there's some challenges involved in washing the dishes. That's how you wash dishes in 5 minutes or less. This video took about 11 minutes because video takes a little bit longer. Do the math, I guess. Thanks a lot for watching and washing. Oh, and when you're done, go ahead and turn on the disposal. Don't put your fingers down there. Just rinse out the sink. Just like that. Hope this video was helpful. Thanks a lot for watching.